If you've ever turned a small account into real profit and then watch yourself give back every single dollar, this video is going to explain exactly why. It's not what every other trader on YouTube is telling you. It's not your psychology, it's not your risk management, it's not how tight your stop losses are. It's actually just this one thing. Over the last 6 years, I've been able to take myself from having $11 in my bank account to over $4 million in trading profits. And it's not just me, I've been able to see hundreds of other students of mine be able to do the same exact thing. But this is the part that nobody wants to hear. Until you fix this one thing, you will never be profitable in trading. No matter how good you think your system is, it's just simply not gonna work. You'll keep giving back all your profits and then wondering, oh, what did I do this time? Maybe I need to switch my strategy. So I'm gonna be breaking down the only thing that actually matters when it comes to building your account. So make sure you guys take your notes, pay very close attention. This is gonna be extremely direct, and it's gonna be against most of what you guys have been taught in the industry. So if you're not ready to open your mind and learn what it actually takes to become profitable, just click off now. When it comes to trading, the markets don't just randomly move because patterns. It's not like this actual algorithm that some guy coded out there like ICT has mentioned to y'all. And it's definitely not just gonna bounce off random support and resistance lines. What actually happens in the markets is there is an algorithm, but it's built off of fundamental data. So the Forex fundamental hub of the world called forexfactory.com. If you guys don't know it, it's this website where you can see all the data released. And the most important thing is what the forecast is. Forecast is what the data is expected to be. Now, think about it. We're not just trading random things, we're trading currencies and collectives of stocks. Now, these things are all tied to economical backgrounds. So when you look at the economical backgrounds, we have to identify, okay, what's going on in that economy? Is this economy moving inflationary? Is it moving deflationary? Is there a lot of war going on? What are the actual economical factors behind this currency pair to make it move in a certain direction? So when you actually look at the charts and you see these little patterns forming and everything, it doesn't matter if you're not in alignment with the fundamental bias. Because at the end of the day, all we're doing is looking at these rectangles on a screen. So your mind is gonna see what it wants to see. And if you just wanna keep guessing every single day, is this gonna be bullish? Is this gonna be bearish? You're just gonna keep failing. The only way to actually identify it is by looking at the fundamental data. So what I do personally is I'll look at forexfactory.com as well as this whole ecosystem that I've built to identify tons of news articles with the latest news releases. Now what this tells me is what's going on in the actual current state of the economy. So most days you'll see on forexfactory.com, there's a red folder news release. I like to trade the US dollar red folder news release. Why the US dollar specifically? Because it's the world reserve currency, meaning that all of the global banks are holding this currency as their safe haven. So it's gonna be the most influential one. And I understand that right now we're in a state where the economy is pretty inflated. So I start to look for signals of deflationary or inflationary economies. So if you guys actually read into what these news releases are, you'll start to understand what they mean. For example, CPI is the economy's inflation report. So the markets will have their forecast before it's released. And so let's say CPI previously was 2.4% and it's forecasted to be 2.4%. The market algorithm is gonna read that inflation is supposed to be increasing. It's expected to be increasing. So that's gonna slowly price in the markets. That's how you're gonna see your patterns start to flow. Now, the most important part is when the actual number gets released. So if the previous was 2.4%, the forecast is 2.7%, but the actual comes out at 2.0%, now we're looking at, okay, we've beat the expectations. The economy is actually doing a lot better. Inflation is coming down, and then that's gonna be a signal towards investors. Okay, the cost of money is cheaper. People have to look at it like this. Inflation and deflation means the cost of borrowing money. If the cost of borrowing money is cheaper, we're gonna see things like the stock market start to rise up. And I mean, that's pretty much been my whole trading strategy, is I base it off of that. I try to identify, okay, are we inflationary or deflationary? Are we war on or war off? So the economy being deflationary, I'm gonna be looking now for only NASDAQ or Dow Jones buys. If I see sell patterns, I'm not gonna take them at all. If I see that the markets are bullish, I'm like, okay, fundamentally, I'm in alignment here. So now I just have to let my technicals take place. All these hedge funds around the world, the people who are putting billions of dollars into the market, are using fundamental analysis. So if you think that you could just go sit there and say, oh, well, the technicals are what actually play and then the fundamentals follow, you're just making a fool out of yourself. And that's why you'll see people all the time when CPI hits, when NFP hits, looking at the charts, being in a position, and then seeing the markets just completely whipsaw. It wasn't random, it's just the actual versus the forecast came out how it did. So another way to explain this to you guys is NFP. NFP shows us how many more jobs were added every single month. So you have to think of it like this. When we have NFP, we're looking at the actual data in the economy. So let's say NFP is expected to be 100,000, right? 100,000 new jobs are added. Let's say the previous was 90,000, and then it comes out to 150,000. Well, my brain is gonna look at this and be like, NFP just showed us that there was 50,000 more jobs created. If there was 50,000 more jobs created, Now I'm looking at the market as there's 50,000 more people getting paid, 50,000 more people who are going to be spending more money, which is going to be an inflationary remark. And currently how the economy is going, the only way we can cut interest rates, like a deflationary market, is to see the economy suffering. So in the current state, seeing more jobs get created is going to mean that I'm probably going to see the stock market drop. And so when I go to my charts, I'm going to be looking for Dow Jones and NASDAQ sells. And any buy or bullish pattern, I'm not going to be looking at it at all. And then from there, all I need is the most basic technical analysis to follow through with that. Because at that point, that's when you're going to notice those head and shoulders play out, those support and resistance play out, things like that. And I've built it to like literally all I do is mark out a supply or demand zone, and then I have one candlestick pattern that I look for. Trading literally takes me like an hour a day, but it's only because I have the fundamental bias behind me. And to prove this, I literally called every single trade publicly for the last 12 weeks, and over the last 6 weeks, I haven't lost a single trade. Every single fundamental breakdown I've broken down, every single trade I've taken, I've called out, and not a single loss. And then the other thing that I look at is war. So right now, there's a lot of war going on, especially between the US and Iran. So usually, I like to look at things like this. If the stock market is going up, we're gonna see gold drop. Gold being a safe haven, meaning that when we're in risk on times, right, the economy looks good, investors are ready to risk more, that people will take money out of their safer asset like gold and be putting it into the stock market. But that's where you have to get specific with the actual news. So right now, knowing that we're in a war with Iran, the Strait of Hormuz is being blocked, which means that a lot of oil exports and imports are actually being blocked across the world, meaning that the price of oil is going up. Now, oil, once again, is a safe haven, but people aren't gonna put their money in oil and in gold. People actually take their money out of gold and be putting it into oil when you see more news about the war being extended. So for example, today I traded, and one of the things was Iran stopped negotiating with the United States. So once I saw that, you're gonna see, I think oil today is up over 7%. Today is June 1st, 2026. Oil's up 7% on the day. And from there, I was like, there's less optimism of the war ending, right? The war is going to be prolonged. And I know that if the war is going to be prolonged, now I'm entering a risk-off market, right? Investors aren't ready to be risky. So they're going to be taking their money out of the riskier assets like the stock market and pumping oil. And so then today I took NASDAQ sells, and boom, the market just completely tanked off of the simplest setup. And to be honest, that's really what it takes, is being able to pivot in the markets based on the fundamental data. It's not about having the best technical setup. It's not about finding the higher time frame orders and this and all these levels. All of that is complete BS if you don't have a fundamental bias behind it. And so just to summarize it for you guys, the main thing when it comes to trading is identifying, are the markets inflationary or deflationary? Inflationary currency is going to mean that you're going to see bearish indices. Deflationary currency is going to mean bullish indices. And then the other piece to the puzzle is going to be what's going on with the war. If we see more war-ending optimism, right, the war is coming to an end, we're going to see bullish indices because this is a very positive remark and it puts us in a risk-on market. If we see little optimism for war ending, right, more prolonging of the war, we're going to see bearish indices. And if you guys apply this knowledge to your trading, like, I have absolutely no doubt that not only will you stop blowing your accounts, but you'll actually see way more consistent profits and scale your accounts further than you ever have. Now, could you guys apply this on your own and figure it all out? Maybe. But are you really going to understand which news releases to go through, what they mean, which articles are actually credible and which aren't? That's where it gets tricky. So if you guys don't want to spend the next 2-3 years figuring that part out, make sure you guys join the free Telegram. The link is in the description, where I break down every single fundamental bias that I have so you guys can catch the same trades that I do and we can all eat together. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.